Sup guys, so this is part 2 of the Python web app code along, and today's video has two components. First is Python code showing logic in operators, if statements, and for loops. Second is the HTML to output the Python logic to the web app. Alright, let's get started. The additions to the codebase were made in dinner cost, and dinner order is an input. So as you can see here, this function dinner cost takes in dinner order, and here's the dinner order dictionary, which we made in part 1. And this function covers operators, conditionals, and for loops. The first thing I did was make a dictionary containing the dinner items with a correlation to their prices. So here, as you can see, sushi is $10, sparkling water is $3, and so on. And so I can use these values in the for loop. So in this for loop, I'm looping through the dinner order and its respective values, and I'm calling each value an item. The first thing that I check is if this type of item is a list, then I have to do another for loop in order to extract its values. Otherwise, I can check, which is else. I can check if the item is in the cost keys, and if it is in the keys, I can add the cost of the item multiplied by the quantity that the customer ordered and add it to the total cost. And this is how to add a value to another value. So if we go back to if the item in the dinner order is a list, I loop through the item list, and then I can do the same thing as I did down here, which is to check if the item is in the cost.keys, which are these keys, and then get the associated cost with the item and multiply by the quantity that the customer ordered, which I made in dinner order. And then I can add the total of this to total cost. And if we go back to where costs and total cost was first created, total cost is set to 0 at the beginning of the for loop because it needs to have a value in order to add another value to it. Otherwise, this wouldn't work. So don't forget to return a value at the end of your function in order to extract the value outside of this function. So you can see here that the total cost has a kind of weird looking formula attached to it. And this is because with the total cost, we want it round to 2 decimals. And sometimes the number isn't rounded to 2 decimals because of precision values. For example, in this current costs and dinner order values that we have currently set, it will be equal to 82.0, and this round function won't round to 2 zeros, which we would want to round to 2 zeros as it is a dollar value with cents attached to it. So this is a way to format in Python, and all it's saying is to round to 2 decimals after we round the number to 2 decimals. So we can go up to where we can call this function. We can call dinner cost and send it the value that we got from get guest info, which is down here. We returned guest info and we try to retrieve it up here. And inside guest info, we have dinner order as a key and the dictionary dinner order as the value. So we can send guest info with the dinner order dictionary that we created over here and retrieve it there. So that is how to call the function and send a value inside of the argument. So this would be called the dinner order that is sent to the dinner cost function. This is called an argument. And we can extract the total dinner cost and set it equal to the function because the function will be returning the total dinner cost. And don't forget to send this value to the front end that the HTML is displaying. So total dinner cost is sent to the front end where the HTML is showing. If we go to the HTML document, the only thing we have to add is to the dinner order collection. So we have to add a collection item down here. So I made the title called total, set a tab, and created the secondary content with some padding for design choice, added a $sign, and then displayed the total dinner cost to the front end. If you recall in part 1, the correct way to format using the Flask front end design would be to put the value inside 2 curly braces. So if you run flask.run and you go to this endpoint, you can see in dinner order that the total cost of the dinner is $82.00. So this is where the 2 zeros come from. So to recap, we created another Python function and returned the value to the HTML. And inside the function, we displayed how to write operators, for loops, and conditionals such as if statements. And if you have any questions on the topics in this video, please ask the question in a comment. Or if you have any other questions related to tech, you can always write a comment and let me know what you guys want to know. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.